Oh my gosh. It's like the Wi-Fi. You never know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, totally. That's kind of like I was like trying to do it on my phone earlier, and I'm like, no, no, it kept cutting off. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing good. It's been a long day. Like I said, I've been on Zoom all day. But I'm excited to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm excited to have you.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've been working on a new program with Dance for Hope, which we'll talk about later. Um, so I've just been in meetings all day, but it's good. It's lots of good things. So I'm very grateful.
Aww. So what is? Sorry, don't mind me. I have like my dog over here. Hold on.
You're good. Show your puppy. You can show. Go ahead and show your puppy. Oh.
Yes. She's just like literally was on my feet. And I'm like, okay, you can be in here. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So yeah, what was the thing that I was gonna ask you? How are you doing with the whole pandemic? Because I know I took your class, which was amazing. The street jazz
Thank
class
you.
and the Hamilton class. It's like, oh,
Thank
you're already
you.
sweating. That's great. How you
Yeah,
doing?
it's funny. It's funny. It's been a lot of adapting, a lot of just like saying yes to things. I think in the beginning I was like really eager to kind of figure out online teaching, and I definitely took a break for a while because we've been doing this for so long. So I took a break for a while, it's for like my mental health and like everything like that. But yeah, I just like adapted and tried to figure out how to teach online, and it's like I said, every day is like a new journey and discovery of like how challenging it is, honestly. Distance.
It is. It is. But you did good. I remember when we were doing the class and you're like, oh, guys, where am I? Phone. It was great, though. It was great.
I
I remember.
swear to God, like you can't. I mean, yeah, it's like it's just random. It's so random. This whole thing.
So let me jump in because obviously, like, I have some friends, which I think I text you this. I have a friend that on Instagram asked me this, which I put it here. She said, well, her name is Katie. And she said, what was your favorite thing to do with castmates outside of rehearsal and performances? And this doesn't have to be Hamilton. It can be any of the other shows that you have done.
It's got to be Hamilton because
For me,
we
it doesn't
had
have
the
to be
best
Hamilton. Like,
parties. No, it has to be Hamilton. No, honestly, outside of performing in Hamilton, we were like in the most incredible like rooms and like being able to like party with like some really cool people. Honestly, I mean, I've never like had that much. I mean, and we just like tore up the dance floor. Like it was one of those experiences where I was like, wow, everyone in this room is like super dope. Honestly.
oh, that's awesome. What I was gonna ask you? Oh, I have like a whole bunch of questions over here. So, where did you grow up? And what was the moment in your life that you decided you wanted to pursue a career in theater and
Mm.
dancing and all of those? I know it's like a
I grew up in sorry, I just it was swiped up. I grew up in Goshen, New York, which is in the Hudson Valley. It's like about an hour outside of New York. And I I started coming into the city to like to train and dance when I was like 14. This summer I turned 14, I think. And yeah, what was the other question?
what? sorry, sorry, Alice. Where when what was the moment that you decided that you wanted to like pursue the
Oh, okay.
and the
I would say a very, very young. I was about like 8. I would say. I mean, I was definitely young, like 8 to 10 or something. Um, my dad would make us. My dad would make us put on shows in the living room, And both my parents are in theater, and they met doing a show. That's we'll get to that maybe. But we did like Shakespeare plays in our like living room, and I loved it. I loved it so much. I was like, it was really fun. Even though I was literally performing for my dad and mom. And I just knew, I was like, this is something I want to do. And then when I got cast in as Clara in the Nutcracker when I was like 12 or something. 13, 12. And that was it. I was just like, this is it. This is like a dream. Like, I am like the star of this like this little show. And you know, it was like small town, like very, you know, whatever. And I was just like, this is it. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Like, I love being on stage.
Oh, well, you look amazing on stage, let me tell you. Because I kept looking at Hamilton and like the intricate choreography that you guys do. It's like, whoo, gosh. So, who are your idols?
My idol.
Yeah, I know. It's a hard question though. Who are like your idols?
Oh my God. Wow. Wait, this is like, I'm like stressed.
Sorry.
Let's see. Broadway idols or like idol. Like,
let's do both. It can be Broadway.
The same. Okay. I mean, actually, like an idol of mine, I'm not even gonna lie, is Lady Gaga. Like, I've been admiring her career since like day one. She was my first concert at 16 at Radio City. I remember like vividly that experience. And you know, like when you go to concerts and how like it's an out of body experience. And I just remember having that, and I was like, this is my queen. Like, this girl like is just incredible. Like, I'm
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Sorry, my thing just went kind of like, it froze for a little bit, so I don't know if you still can see me.
Oh, it did? My camera froze?
Mine just kind of went like that, but are you good? You can hear me well? Okay.
I can hear you.
Okay, good. Oh, see, now that you mentioned like concerts, I'm like, you know.
I don't want to, I can't talk about it. It's like so sad.
It is.
Like, that's really been the hardest thing, is like coping with the fact that we love gathering and we love experiencing something like one time, you know, like that's the beauty of Broadway. And it's like the driving force of like experiencing something together with a group of people. Like, I miss it.
I know what you mean. Oh, okay. Let's not be sad. Next question. So what's your warm-up routine before you step on stage? Like, do you have like a ritual thing, or like just?
I mean, I'm always doing vocal warm-ups, scales and such. Like stretching. I mean, I'm always just trying to be like as focused as possible, because I'm very, very bad at that. So like trying to focus my energy, and like I usually just put on music and like try and zone out. I started really enjoying doing my makeup. So I really like tried to look at that as kind of more of self-care than like, oh, I have to do this. So I really just try and focus my energy more than anything else. And like, of course I have to like do lunges and stretch my body, but Hamilton is so long that by like a couple songs in, I'm like, I'm stretched, I'm ready to go. Let's go. We got 2.5 hours left. Let's go.
I mean, it's a really demanding show. And now that you mentioned Hamilton, I'm gonna start with that, like the question that probably everybody that I know and me want to know. So, what was it like to do Hamilton, but especially What was it like working with Lin Manuel and the phenomenal cast and crew?
More being in that building with everyone that was in that original cast was like the biggest blessing, I think, to be friends with these people, I think, and having personal relationships with them, like you said, outside of like the theater buyer, everyone's creativity, and not so just honestly Lynn, but everyone else around the building, like was just working on side projects and just like totally inspiring in that way, where they're just fearless and like wanting to like put themselves out there. So I definitely would say I was totally inspired by being around a group like that, because I've never experienced that in my life.
Mhm. And now you kind of like answered my other question in a way. I was gonna ask you because somebody told me like, who was like the funniest person in the cast? Like,
Probably Anthony or Oak.
oh really?
Anthony and Oak are just like ridiculous. But honestly, yeah, everyone has their own sense of humor. So, but Anthony was ridiculous. And we all try and like make each other laugh on stage, and that was always just something that was fun. Yeah, miss it.
Oh, that's awesome. It's good to hear. It's good to hear. What I was gonna ask you. Oh, there you go. Can you still see me? I don't know why it keep frozen. It's just my internet connection, so don't mind me.
Is it you or is it me?
I think it's me because you could hear me fine. It's just kind of like
I
my.
can hear you.
Okay, so
Yeah, I can hear you.
we're good. We're good. Now, which part of the show do you find that it was like most moving emotionally?
Definitely Quiet Uptown, or no, absolutely not. Singing about the orphanage at the end and that was the hardest part. Not necessarily like vocally, of course, but just like singing about Eliza's orphanage was just always like heartbreaking, but like very uplifting at the same time. Like this woman was incredible, and it's cool that that is like the last moment of the show is her story and how she told his, and I just love that whole thing.
And going back to a more like more happy moment during the show, was there like a particular number that you could see in the wings? Because like you're on stage like multiple times, but there's a no, probably not, right?
I'm on stage the whole time. There's really not a, I mean, there's like 2 songs in the whole thing I'm not in.
Yes.
I'm not even kidding you. That's literally the number. Well, it's like it's Dear Theodosia and Take a Break are the only 2 numbers that I'm not in. I feel like physically.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. That's amazing. Well, I could spot you. No, I could spot you on the stage. Literally, I could spot you on the stage.
Yeah.
No worries.
Yeah.
I'm like,
The
oh,
ensemble.
you're
The
literally,
ensemble are.
but you have like some multiple, like you got all these multiple characters too to tell the story.
Absolutely. I feel like I was honestly so inspired by everyone else and how much like the characters that they brought to their characters, especially in the ensemble, and how much each and every one of them were characters and soloists and served such a big role in the telling of the story. Yeah, because I was the first replacement, so I wasn't in the original cast and the creation of it. So I was like a fan before I was in it. So I got to see that and like experience that and witness that and be like, oh, that like.
Aww. what was like the most exhilarating part of the show for you to perform? I know you have, you're in the entire time on the stage, but is there a particular part that you find it like exhilarating to you?
Mm. Mm. I would say Yorktown is like the first time I feel like I really get to like have that like rip the shirt kind of like in your face kind of dance number. It's cool though. In Guns and Ships, like we're all improving that whole time, so I liked that. Super fun. But it's not until like Yorktown do I feel like the ensemble, like that dance break at the. I was like, yep, let's get it.
That's great. Sorry, I have to mute my mic because the dogs are barking, but you worked out. Give me one
You're
second.
good. You're good. I have to hydrate because I have done a horrible job hydrating today.
Oh,
Drink your water.
I'll join you.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like I've been, like I said, on Zoom all day, and
Yeah.
I just forget. I just forget to drink water. It's a simple thing.
It happens. It happens. Now again, I'm trying to work this Zoom thing out because I'm not good with Zoom either, and I'm trying
Right.
to like figure this out where you can see like the other.
No pressure. No pressure. What are you trying to figure out?
I'm trying to see how can I see like the questions and stuff. Okay, good, good, good. All right. So, if you hadn't become a professional dancer, dance instructor, performer, what you might have been doing professionally, do you think?
What I would like to get into
Mm-hmm.
professionally, possibly in the future, I don't know. But I love psychology and mental health. I think that I really want to learn more about that. And how, I mean, but that would always kind of go back to dance and dance instructing and um,
Oh. Oh, can you hear me? Oh,
is this a hypothetical question or like real life?
no, like real life. No, like that's good, like real life. Because, but that's good, especially with the mental health with everybody. I love that you mentioned because it's
Yeah.
like we're all dealing with, COVID, everything being canceled, and it's really rough. That's kind of like the other day when you did the class. I was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. You're like, are you having fun? I'm like, yes, I'm having the time of my life. I could see some other theater people.
Aw, that makes me happy.
So oh, sorry.
That makes me happy.
Sorry, he wants to be again. Apparently, as
Aw.
soon as he hear your voice, and he's like, oh. So, let's see. What is your to go like audition song? Like, do you have an audition song to go, or like an audition piece?
Um, my like pop song.
Mm-hmm.
I sang it for Hamilton. I've been singing it for a while. Valerie, like the Amy Winehouse version.
Yes.
So that's been my audition song for a minute. That's my go-to pop. That's my go-to karaoke too. Like that's just my go-to. Anything like Amy Winehouse. Love her too. Icon.
Jeez. Now, what I was gonna ask you, let's talk a little bit about Dance for Hope and your mission. I love your mission, what you're doing with that. What inspired you to found Dance for Hope?
Mm. If I'm taking it all the way back, which I should because it's important. After the show, I got in contact with a company called Mind Leaps, and Mind Leaps is program. It's a nonprofit as well, but they work in Africa in a couple of different countries, and they work with like street children and give them dance opportunities, but also it helps them with their studies. So it's actually like a scholarship program for their studies. And I learned through it. I learned about it through my friend Lamar. He's in The Lion King, and I saw like pictures of him, and he was out there with like Misty Copeland, and I was like, what is this company? Like, I want to hear more about it. I reached out to the director. Her name is Rebecca, and she then, it was like 3 years later, 3 years down the line, I finally got a chance to go to Rwanda. And I went to Rwanda for 2 weeks, and I got to teach out there. And like, it like changed my life. I mean, I'm speechless. Like, I can't even tell you like how much it changed my life. And when I came back from that trip, it was like bittersweet, because I felt so like I was fulfilling my purpose, you know what I mean? And so when I came back, I was like, I need to like do something with my life, and I need to like figure out a way to kind of recreate that for myself, because I know that like this is what I meant to do. And like the stars kind of aligned. I had met someone, this was during like the immigration crisis, which is still very much in a crisis, but this was during the you know, the media coverage, at least, about the children being separated from their families at the border. And I was just devastated. But I had heard through this woman that she was working with some of those undocumented children. And I was like, we need to give them a dance class. And I just was like, I think that they're in shelters. We need to get them into a safe space where they can express themselves and feel like someone has their back. Because right now, like, they must feel like America has completely let them down. And that was kind of like the jump start of, okay, well, what does that mean? Does that mean I want to start my own organization where I do something like this, you know, like create this kind of program? And there was a lot of like, do I get other organizations involved and like work with them? And that was just one of those moments where I was like, you should just say yes and just start. You should just do the paperwork and just start your nonprofit. And so I started it. Like, I got the paperwork in for my 501c3, and I got like a team together. And yeah, we've been doing it for like a little over a year. We've been able to serve like a lot of children, and it's like an incredible experience and journey to go on, because I just use my network. Like, I use the people that I know, and I say, hey, we're doing this thing. I need your help. I need you to volunteer from now to now. I need you. I asked Alvin Ailey and Steps on Broadway for them to donate space, and they did. You know, like, I'm using my network and creating these, like, because that's the program that I want to have. You know, I want to work with what I already have and then grow from there. So right now it's a little challenging because obviously everything's online, but you know, we're adapting.
Wow, that's really admirable, and it means a lot too, because I'm an immigrant myself. So when I was reading about your organization and
Where are you
checking,
from?
I'm from Panama City, Panama. So that's where the accent comes up from at times. So it's really nice too, because it's like, you know, the kids, they're gonna be, you know, the future of us after like our generation, you know. And it when I read about your organization and the things that you're doing, that really touched me, because, you know, there's so many people that look at the arts kind of like, oh, we're not essential. Well, we are, because, you know, there's so many things that you can express with dance and singing, and there's so many styles and things that you could say that will come easily if you just be more, what's the word that I want to say, be more supportive, like give more support to each other. And that's like something it's really admirable. Like, I really excited. I'm getting emotional. Don't mind me.
No, me too.
So it's and I wanted you to like set it because it's not the same thing that people can watch, like they can read on the website, but coming from you means more. And
Mm.
that you're doing that for the kids, and well, the whole thing. I will not get all political here, but so
We can leave that out, but yeah, my whole that's my mission. I mean, you're right. Everything, it's all about the next generation. It's all about how can we make it better for them, and like we owe it to them, honestly.
we do, we really do. And then I know you have an event coming up.
Yes,
Or
I have a couple events, but I did want to talk about the future of Dance for Hope, which is we have been kind of working remotely. I've been working with another organization called GDS, Growth Development Services, and we're creating a leadership program, and it's called Leaders for Change. And basically, it's going to be hopefully a 5-week program. That's we're doing a pilot version right now, and it's a mentorship program and also arts and advocacy. And so that's kind of what I'm directing right now. And so hopefully I'm hoping in the middle of August, we'll be able to have a set up fall kind of semester that people can like sign up for. And yeah, it's basically, like I said, a leadership program. So I'm really excited about kind of the future of that and where that could go.
yes.
Oh, and the event. Okay, sorry.
Oh no,
I'm
that's
getting so excited.
me
um,
too. Me too.
so,
That's yeah.
the community event is on August 12th, and that's when we're kind of going to be showcasing what we've been doing and our future plans. If you're interested in that, they can just email me at danceforhopefoundation@gmail.com.
That's for Hope Foundation at gmail.com. Okay. I gotta do the other thing, but I don't know where that went. So if you could repeat it one more time, because I'm
Oh,
trying.
that's okay. Danceforhopefoundation@gmail.com.
So you can email her for more information. And August 12th. I'll put it in my calendar.
Yes, August 12th. Um, and then, ironically enough, Hamilton and the cast of Hamilton, very, very grateful, very blessed. But we are actually doing a public fundraiser event, which this is like unbelievable. It's only $10 to get into the event. It's on an app called Looped Live, and it's $10, and it's a fundraising event, and Dance for Hope is going to be featured on it. So you could raise some money for Dance for Hope and other organizations that are social and racial justice organizations. So I'm really excited. And those dates are August 1st is the first one. August 9th is the one I'm doing. And then there's a third one on August 15th. And you can find all that information on my Instagram. we live in this world where it's just like, here's my platform.
Yes. Go ahead and
like,
follow
here's my
Hope.
information.
Go ahead and follow Hope Easterbrook on Instagram. Yeah, because I saw it today. I saw it today too that you posted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, it's exciting. Okay.
Oh, I think that
Right.
no,
Okay, there we go.
Technology. Isn't it fun? Now, if you could, from everything you have told me, if you could direct a movie about your life, who will you, who will, who will you have, like, who will be the actors that you will have to play you and why?
Oh no.
No, you can pick many though. It doesn't have to be one, but I just
Um
and you can think about it. It's okay. You can think about it. In the meantime, we're gonna tell anyone that is seeing us, please go.
yeah, I literally I need so much time for
It's
that.
okay.
I don't even know where to start.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So how? Let's go a little bit back with Dance for Hope. Is there a way that we could help you? I know the website have like a donate thing, so people
Yeah.
can donate in there too.
Yeah, they can donate on my website danceforhope.com or email me And there might be some volunteer opportunities as well. But yeah, donations are really, really great. We're trying to facilitate free art classes and opportunities to people that really need them. And if there's ever a time that people need art and hope, it's now. And I know that sounds really corny because my name is Hope, but I mean it. I really do mean it. I feel like we should just end it there.
Like, thank you.
I feel like I should just take a bow and like leave the stage.
I think that covers it. But I'm trying.
Yeah.
I don't know how do you. I'm trying to figure out this thing. Just bear with me.
You're good.
But how do you? I don't know how to get out of this thing. But I think you cover it in the sense of everything, and I appreciate your time. I know you have like a tremendously busy day with Zoom, and
No, it's good to be here. Thank you.
yes, it was nice hearing from you. I'm sorry that I could not figure out how to see the chat message on the website, but yeah, just check her out on Instagram. Check Dance for Hope, and that way she can tell you more information about it. I really appreciate your time for doing this. Sorry
Thank
that
you.
you
Yeah,
have
my pleasure.
it was great, and I'll see you August 1st, 9, and 15.
Yeah. On the 9th is the Hamilton fundraiser, and the 12th is the Dance for Hope event, the virtual community event. And yeah, anyone can just hit me up and I'll try and get that information out.
Perfect. And then August 12th, that's the showcase.
Yep.
Perfect. I'll put those days up in there, and I'll tell Lauren so she can put it also on RG on stage, and people will know as well with your website information in there.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a good one. Appreciate
Bye.
it. Bye.
Bye, you guys. Thank you.
Bye, guys.